Now, this morning's monologue is bringing back the recently aired presidential media chat. First of all, it's important to state that, a media chat is not meant to be an interrogation, very unlike what a lot of people expected. It's not meant to be an opportunity to strongly challenge and debate Mr. President on his ideas. It is instead an opportunity to listen to his ideas and look at how far and how well those ideas have fared, to have him explain some of his policies and clearly, defend his government's performance so far, to give him an opportunity to explain the thinking behind his policies, like the tax reform bill, for example, to hear from the president himself and not his spokespersons, to give him an opportunity to, of course, convince Nigerians that he truly knows what he is doing. Sadly, of course, many Nigerians were not too impressed with the fact, of course, many rather were, impressed with the fact that he even showed up and agreed to a media chat and that he spoke for an hour. Those were the things that impressed Nigerians, with the whole media chat, and of course that the details of what he said now took a backseat in the analysis. Very many people were even thanking Mr. President for granting the media chat. But that's not surprising because the former president didn't even, have any interest. He didn't bother himself. And now some of the reactions to Mr. President's media chat show either of three things. It's either we don't really demand excellence from our leaders and those that we entrust the trajectory of our states and the nation to. We don't demand a high enough standard from these people because we are just so maybe used to mediocrity. And so when they throw us crumbs, we get excited by it. We're happy that he showed up. You see, people saying the president's media chat was very courageous. In fact, someone was almost commending Mr. President, for not being sent the questions first before coming to the interview, as if that shouldn't be the normal thing. So again, we're either, so used to mediocre that we don't demand better. We right from the day these people are sworn in, maybe also, we already know that they don't have much to offer. And so right from that very second that they are sworn into office, we have it already registered mentally not to expect much from them. So when they deliver poorly, it doesn't come as a shock to us. And that's why, again, these things just come and go and we just, accept it the way it is. And then the final one will be that Nigerians, the reason we struggle with demanding higher standards from these people who lead us is because we don't even know what a high standard is. It is unfamiliar to us. And since we don't have much to compare with, we just accept the crumbs that we are fed. For many people, the president's media chat was mostly disappointing. Mr. President didn't truly convince Nigerians that he truly understood what Nigeria's actual challenges were and that he was truly on the path to solving these problems. He didn't reassure Nigerians that we're in safe hands. His views on fighting corruption or, the tax reform bill, many have said those responses were quite unimpressive. And so this morning, it's another opportunity to Nigerians and another reminder that we must increase the standards and what we demand of the people that lead us. Accepting crumbs simply, by celebrating that he showed up for a media chat is not good enough. We must interrogate these persons and demand a higher standard all the time from those that we entrust the country to run. Good morning, Nigerians.